Hey, come on in. How you doing?
So I'm doing it over African American family structure, like I talked about yesterday.
Right.
I don't know where really to begin.
I thought we mapped out a pretty good plan last time.
Yeah, as far as the structure, as the family structure and what did you compare it to Chinese or like you said?
I would, yeah, compare it to the main ethnic groups in America. And we usually talk about five, but I don't think you really need to talk much about Native Americans. I think what you should do is you got African Americans, Asians, so that would include Chinese, but we would totalize Asians.
Oh.
Right? Hispanics, or Latinos, and Europeans or whites. And those four groups.
Okay.
So those are the main, those are the main groups that we talk about. That, and then you'll find that you get the data on that. Find where you can get good sources on this, and it shouldn't be too hard to find. And then you compare. You say, all right, look at the difference in family structure on average for African American families,
right,
and the proportion of families that are single parent families, especially single mother families. Right. So first of all, you do the comparison. You establish the difference. Right. So look at this is the data. Look at the percentages. Right. And then you say, all right, this is a problem because of these reasons. And then the primary one is going to be economic.
Yeah. Because
there's just there's one paycheck family instead of a two paycheck family. It makes it more difficult to get kids in daycare and all that kind of stuff. Right? And then you do your best to just sort of analyze the problem.
Now, can I go into the fatherless because of the one income families, and then the families that have two incomes, why they have two incomes as far as the father is there?
Yeah, we're just sort of assuming that when you have two parents, you at least have the possibility of two incomes, two paychecks.
Mm-hmm.
One parent, you don't. At the very least, if let's say you had two parents and say the mother does not work, but the father does, right? Well, at least the mother is there to do the household raising, so you don't have to pay money to put a child in daycare.
Right.
So either way, it's an economic advantage to have two adults rather than one. Now, if there's any other problems that you think exist in terms of a large proportion of African American families only having one parent, then you can list those too.
Okay.
And find some maybe find some good sources, not just your opinion that I think boys grow up wimpy without a father figure or something like that.
Right.
You need some research behind that.
Yeah, definitely.
But the one that's really kind of not really in dispute is that on average it's economically more difficult. Right?
Okay.
So you got basically a three-part paper here. Number one, you get the differences, you get the data, right? You get the numbers on the different family structures, right?
Yeah.
So number one, get the numbers, right? Get the data. And number two, you say and note the difference, right? Obviously note difference. Number three, why is it a problem? And number four, the most difficult, and I don't expect you to finish this, what, if anything, can or should be done? Or, I guess, why is it like this? It's really the that and then this. Make that four and this five.
Okay.
So that's what you're looking at, right? The first couple parts are simple. You should be able to do this pretty quickly. You just get the data,
yeah,
and you lay out this is the proportion of single mother, single parent families for whites, for Asians, for Hispanics, for African Americans. We see there's a real difference here. That by far the group with the largest proportion of single parent families are African Americans. Right? And then your next step is, why is that a problem? And then you can talk about the economic thing or anything else. And finally, why? Why is it like this? What has happened? What's the deal? And what, if anything, can we do about it? And again, you basically do your best with this. I'm not gonna. I don't expect a 10-page paper from an undergraduate student in Evansville, Indiana, to solve this major American problem.
Right.
You never know, though. Maybe you'll figure it out.
So as far as the data, where can I find that at?
I'm not going to tell you that. You got to search around. You got to go to the library, go through the internet, stuff like that. Just start. You need I don't know. Start with census data.
Oh, okay.
Simple enough, right?
Yeah, because I went through the stuff, the scholars' sources on far as and through the library, and I didn't find too much data in there. I just found a lot of text.
It'll be there somewhere. It's just a matter of rooting it out.
Okay.
But I think start with census data. And see what they've recorded for that. Census data. I think they should have this in there. But if not, then there's all kinds of other surveys and we sociologists we have a better handle on the population than the official government census takers. We do better methodology and we ask more questions. So there's other sources other than census data. But start there and just start just start do an internet search. Just do a Google search for family structure or and see where it takes you, right? And what sources and then you get some data on there, and then you find out where did they get this data. Is this something that they just surveyed 20 people and so it's not very reliable?
Yeah,
or find out, do your best to determine what good data sources are, and then you present them and you just reference them. I got this from such and such, such and such.
Okay, all right. And then also when I was going through this is for academic reasons. Do you have wrote this as far as?
Oh, that was that sounds like last year we were doing, right?
I think was this last year? Or
yeah, was not just the other day.
No, definitely not. No. I'm talking about fall before I signed up for fall class.
Oh, maybe
because this has the Libel Force 97 on there, so that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know if I still had to take 3 more 300, 400 level classes.
I said at least 2 at 300, 400 level. Well, whatever we went through last time sounds correct.
That's what I had this last time.
We need a new check sheet.
Yeah, the check sheet. Do you have the one that we filled out on my records? Or no?
I've returned it to the office.
Oh, okay.
But I can get you a fresh one.
Okay.
What do you want? Sociology major?
Yes, sir.
Right, yeah. There it is. You're not double major, right?
No, sir. Okay. And that's what I want. All right.
So you should be able to go through your DARs and check this stuff off, right? And know where you are. And you just add up. You need 13 classes in total at the 300 or 400 level.
Just 13 of them?
13 equals, if the 3 credit courses, that means 39 hours.
Okay. And so as far as the internship, if that's not a 39.
Yeah, that's weird. It's taught in right now.
I've been knocking.
Oh, okay.